Good afternoon. Welcome to our 4th annual Keiro no Hi Festival in partnership with the Japanese American Culture and Community Center. Today, we gather from wherever you call home to honor and celebrate the older adults in our lives. COVID-19 has certainly changed the way all of our organizations do programming, but there's finally light at the end of this long tunnel. These last several months, we've seen things begin to open and people begin coming back together. As much as we have liked to all of us to gather in person at the JACCC Plaza, we wanted to be mindful of you, the older adults in our community, and ensure that your safety remains our top priority. However, I hope you are enjoying your bento lunch and gift package provided by Keiro, JACCC, our sponsors, and our community partners. It is my sincere hope that next year we'll be able to return to our in-person celebration. This year, we're celebrating our 60th anniversary. As we reflect back on the past 6 decades, we are reminded about how our community has changed and how our Keiro's care for older adults has evolved to meet those changing needs. And as we look toward our future and the future of our aging in our community, Keiro will continue to provide culturally sensitive services to meet the needs of our older adults wherever they call home. I want to thank you for joining us today, and thank you to our sponsors, donors, and partners for working collaboratively to celebrate our community's older adults. It takes a community to care for older adults, and I'm grateful for your dedication and partnership. We have an exciting program planned for you today, so sit back, enjoy today's Keiro no Hi Festival. Now, at this time, I'd like to introduce Patricia Wyatt, JACCC's President and CEO.
Thank you, Jean, for giving such a warm welcome to all our viewers. It's with great excitement that JACCC joins Keiro this afternoon for this 4th annual Keiro no Hi Festival. As Jean mentioned, JACCC misses your presence on our plaza. Our celebrations today have been adjusted to bring you the safest festivities possible. Despite these changes, we can still celebrate all the older adults in our community, in keeping with those time-honored traditions that steady us throughout seasons. With gratitude and hope, we look forward to the next time you can join us on our plaza. JACCC, like Keiro, has had many years of service in Little Tokyo. We know that the vitality and wisdom of older adults is such a special part of what makes culture and community come alive at JACCC. In creating inclusive programming for our Japanese and Japanese American community, part of our work is lifting up the unique stories of older adults and cherishing your creativity. With that in mind, I want to thank Keiro for partnering with us to bring you a special program today. We can't wait to share it with you and hope you'll enjoy.
I would like to thank Keiro for providing this opportunity to greet you all on the occasion of this Keiro no Hi celebration. The past year of the pandemic has been very difficult. During these challenging times, I have been inspired by the perseverance of the community through the latest trials. There are many innovations which help strengthen the bonds of the community. I also greatly admire the great care with which Keiro created special programs to provide extra support to seniors in our community. As we enter the post-pandemic era, I look forward to more opportunities to engage in person with the community. The strength of the Japanese American community comes from its multi-generational nature and the support and the encouragement various generations give to each other. I would like to wish all of you, our seniors, a happy Keiro no Hi and abundant health, happiness, and prosperity in the years to come.
I'm pleased to extend my greetings to all participating in this Keiro no Hi program. At this special time, as we recognize our seniors, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude and admirations for all of your contributions. The Japanese American community was built on the sacrifices and dedication of our elders. I am encouraged to see the younger generations of the community acknowledging and celebrating our seniors through programs such as today's celebration. Through my practice of the traditional art of ikebana, I feel a sense of great connection with the past, present, and future. Every creation is an acknowledgement of the traditions of the past, weaving together the inspirations of the present, expressing hopes and aspirations for the future. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to organizations such as Keiro and others, supporting the well-being of our seniors, which provides the vehicle for uplifting the community. Like an ikebana creation needs the work of the span of generations, the past, present, and future to blossom. I would like to extend my heartfelt best wishes to all seniors as we mark this Keiro no Hi with great anticipation, also for the continued flourishing of the community.
My name is Jose Salcedo, and I'm an instructor at the Ikenobo Ikebana School. Ikenobo has a 600-year history that goes back to Kyoto, Japan, to the Rokakudo Temple. The priests there started offering flowers to the Buddhist altar at the temple, and eventually those offerings became what we now know as the art of Ikebana. I'll be making a traditional two-material arrangement called a shoka arrangement. And the characters for shoka, literally translated, mean living flowers. And part of the philosophy behind our school is once you cut the material, you've in essence have ended its life. And so it's our job as arrangers to bring life back into the material by arranging it in such a way that its basic characteristics, its internal essence is displayed in the arrangements. And so for this particular arrangement, it's done in two clumps. One's the main arrangement, and then there is a subgroup. And in this case, I am making part of it represents the land, and this other part represents water. And so what we try to do is look at the material and how it grows in nature. And based on that, arrange the material in such a way that that character is expressed in your arrangement. So the way this iris would grow, it's considered a water material, and you examine how the leaves grow and assemble them to show that same pattern. Also, when you look at Ikenobo arrangements, what you'll notice is the arrangements seem to all emerge from a single point. And again, our philosophy is whether it's a single flower, a blade of grass, or a large pine tree, they all start the same. They come out at a single point from the ground. And so we believe by emphasizing that, we're giving strength to the material and to the arrangement, helping to give it some life. And to emphasize the separation between the land and the water, we'll add a stone and place it in front of the element that represents the land. To represent everything behind that stone is land, everything around it is water. And again, notice how things all seem to come from a single point. That's the beauty and how we express the inner essence of the material. Thank you.
My name is Mayumi Onami, and now I like to start my presentation. And as arranging flowers, I like to talk about my school and my arrangement today. So my school is named Ohara School, O-H-A-R-A, Ohara School from Japan. And Ohara School was founded 1912. And we do have a chapter in Japan, 143 chapters and 63 chapters in all over the world. So today's arrangement is we call Moribana landscape. So we bring a nature to a container. So landscape, Moribana, realistic method is my arrangement today. So bringing nature to low container base. It's not always so beautiful bringing nature, real nature is not so beautiful because leaf is dry and branches is broken and all that. So Ikebana artists modify and make more sophisticated view. So by cutting the branches, trimming the branches, designing a position of flowers, and that will make a beautiful view. And we enjoy 4 seasons, so we really tied with nature. And especially Japan has 4 seasons. But we are growing globally. So now we don't really have to have Japanese view. I arranged the flower here that I'm trying to recall my memory in my childhood. I grown up in the countryside, and I close my eye and recall my feeling, that sense that I felt in my childhood. So beautiful green in the summer, the nice clean water on the stream, and just feels good. I'm almost done. So now I start hearing the bird singing, and I hope you are hearing too. Oops. Thank you very much.
My name is Haruko Takeichi. I'm from Sogetsu school. By the way, happy Keiro no Hi. Congratulate you all the elderly people. I'm also senior. So I'm so happy to represent Sogetsu school today. Sogetsu School is founded by Sofu Teshigahara, 1927. Sogetsu School of Style is the most contemporary style of design, Ikebana style. Today, I'm going to use snake skin branches, and then also dahlia, and then aspidiscus leaves. Our school's motto is arrangement by anybody, anytime, anywhere, and then any material. And the most important element is color, and then line, and mass, and space. Dahlia is a very sensitive material in this season because of hot. Dahlia doesn't like hot weather. So Sogetsu style is more like your character is more important, and then we usually say after you make arrangement, your ikebana become you. So we are representing like yourself.
I'm Art Ishii. I'm the head instructor of Matsubaya Shiryu Karate Do of Little Tokyo, based right here at the Terasaki Budokan, right here in Little Tokyo. I've been the head instructor of Matsubaya Shiryu Karate Do here in Little Tokyo for around 30 years. Our program is pretty specific in that we do Matsubaya Shiryu. It's a traditional Okinawan. We've had a diversity of people from all genders and age, 5 years old to adults, actually in their 80s. What I've learned is that no matter what your skill level, if you can't translate it and convey it to somebody else, its value diminishes quite a bit. And I think our gift to other people in the martial arts world is the ability to share our experience and our knowledge. So on a very personal level, I'm trying to grow in that area even now, and nearly 30 years. Recently, in the month of June alone, we held 2 self-defense and awareness programs aimed at all members of our community, but kind of targeting women and seniors because of the rise in violence against Asians. We worked with Nikkei Progressives, the Budokan, LTSC, and others to develop programs to help our community. My focus as a martial artist, oddly enough, was more on situational awareness rather than punching, blocking, and kicking. From the time they close the door to their house to when they get in their car, they should have a sense of focus, a sense of awareness. Just because you're familiar with a neighborhood or a setting or a garage or a driveway doesn't mean that it's necessarily safe. If I had words of encouragement to our community, it would be that we should be careful not to live in fear, that we still live and deserve to live in a respectable community without living in constant fear. I have a passion for things that are important to me. My involvement with our community has always been very big with me. My awareness of our ethnicity has always been very big with me. And my involvement and passion for martial arts has always been a part of me as long as I can remember. And so I think the three elements complement themselves in me. If I just look at martial arts aside from it being a martial art, but it's a great way to exercise. The way I look at it that way is I get my cardio, I get my exercise, I get that kind of training with a cultural attachment, because it's karate, right? It might be aikido, it might be judo, it might be kendo, but it has this cultural attachment to it that a treadmill doesn't. So I get the benefits of exercise with the added benefits of doing something that you're culturally connected to. And that, I never get tired of it. It feeds my passion for good health, well-being, and involvement in the martial arts.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Rona Tison. I'm Executive Vice President of Corporate Relations and PR for Itoen North America. We're global leaders of green tea, first established in 1966 in Japan. And we're the innovators of the first ready-to-drink green tea, which many of you may know, our Hoyocha. And of course, we do loose leaf tea, tea bags, and matcha. So thank you for having us at the 4th Annual Keiro no Hi Festival. It's a pleasure that we can be a part of this event virtually, of course, given these challenging times. And I hope you're going to be enjoying your Itoen tea, which has been included in your care package. To give you a little background about Itoen, we are a vertically integrated company working very closely with the tea farmers and are very committed to the sustainability of tea farming and the high quality of green tea, all from Japan. So, without further ado, I'd like to show you how to steep your special tea bag, which has been included, and it is our Itoen matcha green tea. We have included our special green tea with ginger. The great thing about our Itoen tea bag is that you can actually either do cold brew or hot brew. So why don't we start with cold brew, and that is by placing our tea bag in the cup. And here I have water, which is room temperature, or it can be chilled, and you let this steep about 2 minutes. So that is cold brew. So while that is steeping, I'm going to show you how to steep the hot brew. Again, our tea bag, and you can see we have a nice long string there, and it's a nice triangular, so the tea leaves can unfurl, and also there's matcha in there, which gives a really wonderful, nice, grassy, herbaceous taste. And so we're gonna pour our hot water, and with green tea, you never put boiling water. So this tea, hot water, has been about 175 degrees Fahrenheit, about 80 degrees Celsius. So we're gonna let this steep about 30 seconds. Very simple, and again, the beauty about our Itoen tea bags are that you can do the hot brew and cold brew. And I actually have to say during the summer months, I prefer the cold brew. So it's been 30 seconds and I've taken the tea bag out for a hot tea. I'm still letting the cold brew steep just a couple more minutes, or a couple more seconds, but I can see the beautiful, bright, herbaceous green tea for the hot tea. And the aroma is incredible. And I'd have to say the beauty about drinking green tea is the wonderful health benefits. It's very high in vitamin C, it has antioxidants, catechin EGCG that we hear about, and also the amino acid L-theanine, which gives you kind of a calming effect. So although there's caffeine, the third of what coffee would have, green tea can give you that very calm, but a sense of alertness and mental clarity. So there's all great benefits of drinking green tea, and hopefully you will enjoy our Itoen teas. So I'm going to take out the tea bag for our cold brew. And it's very refreshing, and if you'd like, for those of you who like it unsweetened, which is how I like my green tea, but you can also add a little honey if you prefer a little slight sweetness. So traditionally, matcha, which we have blended in our green tea bags, was used for the Japanese tea ceremony, the chanoyu. And traditionally it was whisked in a tea bowl with the chasen, with the light froth on top, and enjoyed during a traditional tea ceremony. However, in modern times, many people are adding matcha to health drinks, smoothies, even cooking and baking. So you can enjoy matcha. We have our Itoen Matcha Love. But what's nice about our tea bags, which I hope you're going to be enjoying today, is it's a blend with our traditional sencha tea leaves and having a little bit of old tradition with our matcha. So enjoy, stay healthy, stay well, and hopefully we'll see you at the next Keiro no Hi Festival. Thank you very much.
This is our Calligraphy of Heart culminating exhibition of our senior calligraphy artists who've been creating work mostly virtually and remotely during the pandemic. And each student created a scroll choosing one of their favorite kanji characters from throughout the year and writing about why they chose that in this moment. And many of the words are about community and connection during this very difficult time.
自宅での書道クラスをしていただくためには書道の道具がそれぞれ手元になければいけませんので、日本から全て書道道具を送っていただいて、それを私たちが梱包してそれぞれ一人一人のお宅のドアの前まで運んでいく。もちろん直接お会いできなかったのは残念ですが、ドアの前にそっと置いて道具をお渡ししました。
I think in the beginning, a lot of the students really wanted to, just kept asking, when can we come back together? When can we come back together? As the pandemic got a little scarier, they were like, oh, no, we'll just stay home, it's fine. And so they, eventually kind of got used to doing things remotely. By the end, we were able to actually get the seniors onto a video chat using Google Meets. And actually, students were sharing just like how much fun it was, just to be able to express themselves, how scary it was to, make their final artwork on the scroll because they only had one scroll. You messed up, you couldn't do it again. But that, it was actually really enjoyable and important to have some sense of connection throughout the pandemic.
このクラスをまず開催するにあたって本当に大変だったと思います。コンピューターを使う、タブレットを使う。もうこれでもう頭がパニックになってしまった方と、お電話をしてる中でもういやこんなやってらんないわ、こんなの私には絶対無理よなんて言って叫んでる方もいましたけど、徐々に皆さんが書道をやってるらしい、みんながやってるなら私もちょっとやってみようかしらなんて言ってる中でご友人同士電話連絡をして、これはどうやってやるの、あれはどうやってやるのっていう形で徐々にクラスに参加されてくる方もいました。
So since we couldn't be together, we had to go digital. We had to go virtual and remote and DVDs and YouTube videos. But I think there was something so important about continuing to do this traditional practice and to have the experience of making something with our hands. And that's part of why we wanted to have in-person exhibition on the windows, so that even though all of these things were done remotely, that we could bring it all together and celebrate, and that people could come and safely see the artwork from walking down JACCC and looking at the window displays. Because I think there is something really special about the object and the actual art work in person and as a thing, as opposed to a photo of it on a website.
私たちの中で大切だったことが、このパンデミック中に皆さんが一人で心細くなったり、助けが必要だけどなかなか伝えられないとか、そういったところのケアをしたいというところからまず電話連絡をして、この状態の中で少しでも気持ちが安らぐ時間になったらいいなという気持ちを込めてクラスをパンデミック中の途中で開催しましたので。
I think what Kuni and Mimi told us is that, most of the time when they made the calls, Kuni and Mimi, and also the students just wanted to talk. We really missed being able to be together. And so certainly, people look forward to the chance just to have conversations with one another.
書道は自分の気持ちを表現したり、していくためのツールだと思っていますので、参加された方には特に、墨の香りを嗅ぎながら筆の柔軟性を生かして体全体で動かしていく。意外と手元で小さく描いているようなイメージが大きいと思うんですが、描く時の心の表現というのは体全体を生かして動かしているようなイメージが大きくありますので、とても皆さん楽しく参加されていましたので、皆さんもぜひ機会があればご参加ください。
Hi everyone, I'm Jane Matsumoto, the culinary curator at JACCC's Toshizo Watanabe Culinary Cultural Center, where we are today to present to you a meal prepared by one of our most popular and regular cooking instructors, Yoko Maeda-Lam. Welcome, Yoko-san. Can you please explain a bit about shiokoji and the health benefits, especially for our seniors and their diets?
Okay, so here is shiokoji is today's main seasoning. It's a natural probiotic seasoning, so inside have lots of nutrition already. It's like fiber, mineral, vitamin, and also enzyme. So once this seasoning mixed with chicken today, it's chicken turned to a very tender, so easy to digest. So good for the elderly people. And also bring out more umami flavor and also add more sweetness.
For those who may be unfamiliar with shiokoji, this is something that's available in most Asian markets, right,
Yes.
Yoko-san?
And Japanese market, Asian market, and also Western grocery store carry right now.
And once it comes out of the bottle, it's just a liquid product like this. Now, Yoko-san, I know that your recipe calls for shiokoji and yogurt. Can you tell us a little bit of why you combine the two?
Okay, so yogurt, if you combine together, add more lactic acid. So that bring out more umami flavor. So it's very good, and same is more the tender. Food is more tender.
And this is just plain yogurt from the grocery store?
Yes, the regular plain one, no flavor.
And you just combine the two and put it on the chicken and marinate it?
And mix these two and using your finger and then massage it and cover it and leave it 12 hours at least and in the refrigerator. So here is the marinated chicken overnight. And we prepare boiled water here.
And that's just plain boiling water in a pot. And this is chicken breast that's been marinated, as Yoko said, for 12 hours.
12 hours, and everything to clean out. Try to as much as possible. And put inside the hot boiling water. And then put back in this lid. About 2 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then after 2 minutes, you turn off the heat and then leave it in a pot with a lid about 20 minutes.
Ah, okay. Yoko-san, so you mentioned we are going to enjoy some simple pickles today. Can you please explain to us what you have here and how you're going to go about making what we call tsukemono or pickles?
Okay, so here is today's ingredients. I choose cucumber and carrots and cabbage. And you can use any vegetable you like except it's too watery or leafy like a lettuce. Is not suitable for this recipe. It's choosing is farm vegetable. It's good. And yeah, okay. And here is again shiokoji, and this is kombu.
Dry kombu.
Yes,
is kelp.
Kelp is add more umami flavor on it. So you cut bite size the vegetables and put into a bowl or Ziploc bag and add the shiokoji and the kelp and massage it, and that's it.
How long does it take before it's ready to consume?
So if you like to eat crunchy vegetable,
Crunchy?
It's about 1 hour is enough. And if you like a little more the softer, it's overnight is good.
Oh, great. So it's been 20 minutes.
Hi. So let me open here.
Oh, that looks great. Let's see what that chicken looks like. Okay. And you place the chicken right on there. I see. So this is a versatile dish because you could serve it warm or cold. In this case, we're serving it at room temperature. Here's our finished dish. Yoko-san, this looks absolutely delicious. I am so impressed with how quickly we were able to put this together. Once again, thank you, Yoko-san, and thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you enjoyed Yoko-san's presentation of this delicious summer meal, the versatility and ease with which it can be prepared. If you follow the steps that are provided in the recipe in this link here, please try for yourself and let us know how you enjoyed it. Thank you.
My name is Gail Hirami, and I am the Senior Programs Coordinator at the Venice Japanese Community Center, known as VJCC. I just feel very honored and having the opportunity to really get to know my seniors, not just being here at Venice Japanese Community, but during a time of pandemic. I really got to know everyone's life individually and like what some of their challenges and their needs are during this time. So it really gave me a chance to get to know them personally, but also what their life is outside of VJCC and outside the program. Normally I just do a nice like 5-10 minute conversation, just catching up with them on the porch and just asking them how they're doing, and then if there's anything that they need. Also, like, is there somebody that I need to call for you? Do you need a ride to the market? Can I take you to the bank? Whatever errands that you need that maybe your children haven't got to or that you want to go now. I always make that time to ask them because sometimes they may just need their mail delivered. So that's a time for me to kind of figure out if they need anything, if I can just do a quick errand for them, give them a hug. So I just ask them questions. I ask them if they have family nearby, you know, if they need any grocery runs. Are you getting, you know, your basic needs met? Who do you have to count on if you need anything? And it just basically just a quick check on just the overall physical appearance and how their hearing was, how well they spoke, and just the overall physical appearance can give me a Snapchat of, I think I need to come back and just do more of a follow-up, or I think they're okay. They look peppy, they look okay. So that 5 minutes that I'm there, 5-10 minutes, I'm trying to make a conversation. I really assess everything, just, you know, who's in the background, are they living by themselves, just asking questions, just friendly conversation, small chat. I really want to encourage all of you, I challenge all of you to reach out to 1, 2, 3 seniors. Either they could be your friends, neighbors, they could be living they can be a community member. Go visit them, give them an excuse, just say, here, I thought about you. Talk to them. If they're a senior who's not able to come to the center, bring it to them, to their house, and share with them what you learned, or share whatever the class is doing on Zoom. Bring it to them so you can do a one-on-one. We need to reach out to more seniors. I mean, I'm just a little bit of what I could be doing to the center. There's so many seniors yet that I have not contacted yet that need maybe some support, maybe a simple hello over the phone or to visit. But I just encourage everyone to really go out because the seniors living at home, they're aging at home. They may not have children that work 5 days a week, that may not get to their to their mom, dad's house, except on the weekend. So it's really important that we help them during the week, that we can get there and just spend at least an hour doing something for the seniors and just connecting and making them feel like they're not alone. They're part of a community, they're not forgotten.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Asian Persuasion.
To last throughout the year. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate this party with you. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. It's time. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, let's dance. Come on, let's do it. Calling out around the world, are we ready for a brand new beat? Summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. They're dancing in Chicago, dancing in the street, down in New Orleans, dancing in the street, in New York City, dancing in the street. All we need is music, sweet, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. There'll be records playing and music swinging, dancing in the street. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. Every guy, grab a girl, everywhere around the world, they're dancing in the street. They're dancing in the street, way down in LA every day. Let's form a big strong line. Get in time, they're dancing in the street.
Wow, let's offer a huge round of applause to Asian Persuasion for that incredible performance. It's my pleasure to speak for all of us at JACCC in thanking you, wherever you're watching from, for celebrating today's virtual Keiro no Hi festival with us. It's been a true honor to partner with Keiro to bring you such a memorable and uplifting program. As we look to the future, JACCC is building on our legacy of honoring the arts as a vital part of culture, acknowledging that older adults are key culture bearers and storytellers. We are thrilled to share more ways for the older adults in our community to connect with each other, our shared culture, and their own creativity on JACCC's campus. We are working hard to bring this vision to you all, and we hope you'll stay tuned for what's to come. We extend huge thanks to everyone involved in creating this year's program, including our own supporters at JACCC, for sharing your time and generosity with us. Your continued support of our organizations makes these meaningful partnerships possible and helps bring compassionate services to all in our community. I hope today's program inspires you to care for and celebrate each other and honor the older adults and aging loved ones in your life each day. Thank you again for joining us for this 4th annual Keiro no Hi celebration. With that, at this time, I'd like to introduce Lynn Miyamoto, Keiro's board chair.
Thank you, Glenn, and thank you, JACC, for years of continued partnership. On behalf of Keiro, thank you all so much for participating in today's Keiro no Hi program. If you picked up lunch from one of our bento locations, received a gift package in the mail, or you joined us for this video premiere, we hope you enjoyed today's program, honoring our community's most valued treasures, our older adults. I would also like to thank all of our generous sponsors for their support in making today's program possible. Keiro is excited to be celebrating our 60th year of serving the Japanese American community's older adults and caregivers. We are also looking to the future and how Keiro continues to evolve to meet the changing needs of our community, especially as thousands of baby boomers turn 65 every day. I hope you enjoyed today's program, and I hope I can count on you to support our work to improve the quality of life for thousands of Japanese American older adults. Please consider supporting our work by making a gift today at keiro.org. Your support helps Keiro provide impactful programs and resources to our aged loved ones for generations to come. Thank you again for joining us today and for your partnership as we serve older adults and caregivers in the Japanese American community.